Good day, my viewers. Welcome you all to today's class. The question before us says to evaluate the integral of this. And when I talk about integral, I'm talking about integration. So we are to integrate this, given the upper and lower limit to be 3 and what? 1, respectively. So how do you go about this? I would like to refresh our memory on the formula for integration. Let's say you are given x like this, and this x is having an exponent, index or power of n. Okay? So if x is having a power of n, if you are to integrate this, immediately becomes x to the power of n plus 1. So whatever the power of your given algebraic term is, we are going to add 1 to that word power. Okay? Then divide everything by the what? The current word power, which is n plus 1. Okay? So what you are seeing here now is the main formula for what? Integration. So we are going to be applying this on each of the terms you are seeing here. So I'm going to apply it on this 4x cubed, and on this minus 3x squared, and on this word 2. Notice this 2 does not have what? Letter x. Is a constant. So immediately what is implied is that this 2 is having x to the power of 0. Remember from our law of indices that a number to the power of 0 is given as what? 1. So if x has the power of 0, immediately this is 1. So 2 times x to the power 0 becomes what? 2 times 1, which is what? 2. So let's apply this formula now to integrate this, okay? Now from the first one, we have 4x to the power of 3. So I'm going to add 1 to that 3. 3 plus 1 all over 3 plus 1. So we are done with the first step. Coming to the second term, which is minus 3x to the power of 2. So I'm going to add 1 to this 2 all over what? 2 plus 1. Okay? Now we are done with the second term. We are going to the very last term, which is plus 2. So just like I explained earlier, this 2 is having x to the power of 0. So I'm going to have 2x to the power of 0, then plus 1. Everything over 0 plus 1. Okay? So now we applying or solving the power, let's add up what you have at the power, which is 4x to the power of 3 plus 1 is what? 4. All over 3 plus 1 is 4, minus 3x to the power of 2 plus 1, that is 3, and 2 plus 1 again, that is 3. Plus, now this is 2, x to the power of 0 plus 1 is what? 1. All over 0 plus 1 is 1. Now, if you take a closer look at it, observe that the numerator and numerator, they have a common factor, right? Here we have a common factor of 4, and here we have a common factor of 3. Okay, here we have a common factor of 1. Okay, so by that, now we can divide this 4 by itself, then 3 by itself here. So we are left with 1 dividing this to see what's back what we have here. Okay, so this now equals x to the power of 4 minus x to the power of 3. Okay, then plus, if you divide this by 1, I'm just going to have our what? 2x. Okay, to the power of 1, which is the same thing as what? 2x. Okay, so from here now, what do we do once we are done integrating? Remember, we are using upper limit as 3 and what? And lower limit as what? 1. Okay, so we put that here, 3 and 1. So the next step now is for us to substitute the value of the upper limit in the whole of this equation, expression we have here. Okay, then once we are done with that, we go ahead and also substitute the lower limit into this very what function we have in this word bracket. Then once we are done with that, what do we do? We now take the difference of this upper and what? Lower limit. Okay, so this becomes open brackets. Here I have my x to the power of what? 4. So which implies that this 3 will take the place of the x. So we are doing substitution now. Okay, so I have 3 to the power of what? 4 minus 3 to the power of what? 3 plus 2 into what? X is standing as 3. Okay, close bracket minus. Now I'm done with the upper limit of 3. Now we are going for the lower limit of what? 1. So we repeat the same thing here, substituting x for what? 1. Okay, anywhere we see x, we place what? 1. So I'm going to have open brackets. X is what? 1. So 1 to the power of 4 minus 1 to the power of 3 plus 2 into what? 1 close our bracket. Okay, Now, if you notice, this is 3 to the power of 4, meaning that 3 multiplies itself in 4 places. Okay? 3 to the power of 4, which is 3 times 3 times 3 times 4, 3. Okay? 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 7. 7 times 3 will give us what? 81. So I'm going to have what? 81 minus 3 to the power of 3 is what? 27 plus 2 times 3, that is 6. Close your brackets. Then minus, if you have 1 to the power of 4, that's gives us what? 1 minus 1 to the power of 3 gives us what? 1 plus 2 times 1 is what? 2. Close our brackets. So what do we do now? Coming to this side now, let's continue from here. Okay. Now what we have here now, we can as well apply what? Word mass. So in word mass, the order of operation. Okay. In word mass, we are going to add before we subtract. So this is a positive and this is a positive number. 81 and 6 are positive, while 27 is a negative number. Likewise here, 1 and these 2 here are positive, while this 1 here is what? Negative. So I will have what? This as open bracket 81 plus 6 minus what? 27 close bracket minus open bracket here. We have 1 plus what? 2, then minus 1. Okay? Now 81 plus 6 gives us what? 87 minus 27. Close bracket minus open bracket 1 plus 2, that is 3 minus 1. Okay? So now if you subtract 87 from 87, we are going to be having what? 7 minus 7, 0, 8 minus 2, that is 6. So we have 60 minus 3 minus 1 is what? 2. So we believe our final answer becomes 60 minus 2. This gives us what? 58. So this is our final answer. So once you are familiar with this concept of integration, if this were to be a jam question which involves only objective, which is just around to find answer, you don't need to start wasting your time doing all this. By maybe looking at this, is 3 plus 1. That gives us what? 4. So 4 cancels out. I'm going to have x to the power of what? X to the power of 4, right? Likewise here, apply the same thing. 2 plus 1 is 3. That means we are going to have minus x to the power of 3. Then this, we have x to the power of 0. So 0 plus 1 is 1. So I'm going to have 2x. So just go ahead and subtract value of your 3 and 1. Then once you are done, take the difference of the 2. Then you get your final answer as 58. So you just have to be time conscious, manage your time once it is objective. Your aim is to get your answer as fast as possible. So thank you so much for watching, and we hope to see you in our next video. Do well to follow and to share this video to others so that they will also enjoy the benefit of what you just enjoy right now. Thank you.